Stay.
You know, Jonathan, you drive like an old grandma.
That's funny. You look like one.
Guys, stop! You're both super old.
Ha! Nice one, Lewis.
Gold star.
The stained glass window depicts Jonathan, Florence, and Lewis. The floating recliner holds a sign, The End. Dead leaves spray onto the chair.
Bad kitty. Use the letterbox.
The chair coughs leaves. Cut to black. Remaining opening credits. Owen Vaccaro, Renee Elise Goldsberry, Sonny Suljic, Colleen Camp. Holding a chainsaw, the recliner chases the topiary Griffin. Lorenza Izzo and Kyle MacLachlan. Casting by Gene McCarthy and Nicole Abelera. The chair continues chasing the leafy-winged lion. Words appear. No chairs or topiary griffins were harmed in the making of this motion picture. Visual effects supervisor, Louis Morin. Music by Nathan Barr. Costume designer, Marlene Stewart. Edited by Fred Raskin, ACE. Production designer, John Hutman. Director of photography, Rogier Stoffers, ASC, NSC. Executive producers, William Chirac, Tracy Nyberg, Leda Kalogridis, Mark McNair. Produced by Bradley J. Fisher, PGA, James Vanderbilt, PGA, Eric Kripke, PGA. Based on the novel by John Bellairs. Screenplay by Eric Kripke. Directed by Eli Roth. End credits. Unit Production Manager, Richard E. Chapla, Jr. Unit Production Manager, Mark McNair. First Assistant Director, Tom Davies. First Assistant Director, Aldrich La'auli Porter. Second Assistant Director, Richard Oswald. Second Assistant Director, Aaron C. Fitzgerald. Co-producer, Holly Berrio. Cast: Jack Black as Jonathan Barnevelt. Kate Blanchett as Florence Zimmerman. Owen Vaccaro as Louis Barnevelt. Kyle MacLachlan as Isaac Izzard. Renee Elise Goldsberry as Selena Izzard. Colleen Camp as Mrs. Hanchett. Sonny Suljic as Tarby Corrigan. Lorenza Izzo as Mother. Braxton Bajurkin as Woody Mingo. Vanessa Ann Williams as Rose Rita Pottinger. Ricky Lynn Muse as Bus Driver. Charles Green as Soda Jerk. DJ Watts as Clark. Aaron Bielner, Joshua Phillips as Clown Automatons. Christian Calloway as Azazel. Caleb Lawrence as Sweet Shop Employee. Dylan Gage Moore as Sweet Shop Boy. Jalen Hall as Devin. Jackson T. Giles IV as Student. Eli Roth as Comrade Ivan. Allie Page Beckman as Magician's Assistant. Puppeteers, Adrian Marot, Mark Rappaport, Robert Newton, Brian Poor, Shane Shishiboran, Dan Thompson. Stunt Coordinator, Lance Gilbert. Stunt Doubles, Jimmy Wakeman, Amy Lynn Tuttle, Emily Brobst, Todd Warren, Jazzy Ellis, Delmar Reyna, Fedra Sindel. Stunt Players, Nate Andrade, John Gilbert, Troy Gilbert. Adam Little, T. Ryan Mooney, Sean Cots, Josh Mueller, Mark Holmes, James Ryan, Tony Vo. This project was completed with assistance from the Georgia Film, Music, and Digital Entertainment Office, a division of the Georgia Department of Economic Development, Georgia. Supervising Art Director, Dawn Swiderski. Art Directors, Tristan Parks-Bourne, Andres Kubian, Walter P. Martitius. Set Decorator, Ellen Brill. Set Designers, Bria Kinter, Thomas Minton, Paul Sonsky. Graphic Designer, Jason Swears. Art Department Coordinator, Michael LaCourte. Art Department Assistant, Corinne Beatty. Illustrators, Fernando Acosta, Jamie Rama, Andrew Kim. Set Decorating Buyer, Lisbeth Ayala. Set Deck Gang Boss, Tommy Wilson. On-Set Dresser, T.D. Antoine. Hey Lolly Lolly, written by Jimmy Thomas and Oscar McLawley. Performed by Oscar McLawley and his Honey Jumpers. Doggone That Moon, written by Rosella Rue. Performed by Johnny and Joni. Long Tall Sally, written by Antoris Johnson, Richard Penniman, and Robert Blackwell. Performed by Little Richard. At Last I Found You, written by Bob Mayer and Nick Vincent. Performed by Nighthawk Swingers. What Will You Do Next, written by John Henry Bragg and William H. Billy Stewart. Performed by Prisonaires. Must Be Fallen in Love, written by Anthony Gordine and Paul Winley. Performed by Little Anthony and the DuPonts. American Humane monitored the animal action. No animals were harmed. Copyright 2018, Storyteller Distribution Co., LLC, all rights reserved. Animated Universal Studios logo, copyright 2013, Universal Studios. Storyteller Distribution Co., LLC is the author and creator of this motion picture for purposes of the Berne Convention and all national laws giving effect thereto, and for purposes of copyright law in the United Kingdom. The characters and events depicted in this photoplay are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons living or dead is purely coincidental. This motion picture is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability and criminal prosecution. This film has been described by the Media Access Group at WGBH with funding from Universal Pictures. Read by Sunil Malhotra. For more information about motion picture access, visit our website at access.wgbh.org. Logos. Amblin Partners.